Also eagle. Also freedom. All right, there we go.
Thank you for that.
You gotta have freedom. Okay. All right, starting stream in 3. It's your man, Poonannners, broadcasted to you live from Texas with my better half and man inside the minds of the players, Jables. The ESL European competitions are underway, and we're breaking them down day by day to help you improve your game so you can lead your team to fame. What do you have for us today, Jay?
Hey, Poonannners. Today we're going to travel across the ocean and check out some European teams from last week, week 3. This is going to be a semifinal round. This is going to be the Team Ding with Lone Gecko, Quantum Boredom, and the Niles taking on Team Jax with Affenterror, Boop, and Slin.
That is a brutal lineup.
Indeed.
Well, let's get into it and see what happens. Give me the live play-by-play. I had that image up the whole time when I was looking at the teams.
Oh, this is going to be exciting, Pooh. I like watching the Europeans go at it. Just different play styles in various spots, and it's just exciting.
Oh, man, they are really good. I especially love watching Jax play because they do a lot of the things that I keep telling people that they need to do when they play, and they don't seem to understand what I'm talking about.
And I don't know if you know this, but this is very important, floating around like this from block to block before the game starts.
It is. It teaches you, it reminds you what you got to do, a little warm up. A lot of people have trouble with that, especially when they play an easy team beforehand and they get kind of lazy. All right, watch this launch. I love this.
3, 2, 1.
Like a rubber band. A little bit slower than I'm used to seeing off of them, but fantastic launch.
Exactly.
I thought they had the joust on that one, but they actually got beat off there for a minute.
Yeah, we saw what we talked about last time about the third guy really needing to be out of the tunnel before, launched before they get out of the tunnel, and we saw that. That was great.
I feel like it's a little late launch on the first guy, but he's lining up his shot. He's watching his back. He's going for the goalie right in the side of him. Oh, puts it right between his leg.
Did you see the little like 5 or 6 little pump fakes before he took that shot?
Oh, dude, I love a good pump fake. You don't see it often. I was trying a bunch of those last night where I was going right at the goalie, and what I did was I held the disc above my head and made it look like I was throwing it forward, and the guy just slowly inched upwards, and then I reached down all the way as far down as I could and did an underhand throw.
Wonderful.
And he just looked at me like, what? I was like, yeah. I think it was Mooney Y I got that way. All right, here comes the launch. Let's see if we get an early launch here. Bam, it's like lightning. No double grabs, beautiful head joust. The disc is free. Oh, but they don't retain control of it, but they're fighting over a little kid soccer down the field. Oh, he gets a piece of it. He gets popped in the head, and the disc gets a rotten clear. All right, you got to pre-plan those clears as the orange team tries to fight it over. Everybody's on top of it. Looking for that midfielder. I don't get an eye on him. It looks like they don't have one.
Yeah, it looks like they were all too far advanced forward. Easy goal.
Oh, gave him a free shot. So no midfielding, no opportunity for boosting. Looks like they're talking it out. That's another great thing about watching the Europeans play, is you have no idea what they're saying.
So just for our audience, we are looking at the perspective from Boop.
From Boop, yes. One of the most dangerous players in the game. Also the shyest.
Yeah. Unless he gets upset.
Beautiful launch. Got to get the headshot. Get the piece of it. Gets his own headshot for his troubles.
Yeah, it looks like his headshot just hit that middle island and came right back in the middle.
Looks like Orange Team is doing that double-up play that we saw Skitz's team do. Nice pump fake, lining up, going straight for him. Oh. He protects his head. Well, I'm not even sure what the goalie was doing there, Jables. Explain what was happening.
Well, it looks like right at the last second we saw, I couldn't tell because, it was too close, but one of the other guys came up to the left of the shooter and took out the goalie right at the last second.
The goalie was in a 2v1 situation. He wasn't sure how to play it.
Yeah.
Generally for American style, or not even American style, Martin III, EU, right there, you'd have seen him charge. Rather than wait to take the 2 hits, he's just like, screw it, I'm going for it. Because waiting, you're going to lose. You have a 0% chance of winning that. So you might as well take the 50-50.
That launch is
all right, beautiful joust as always. Disc is free. I feel like they got a good control over the angle for that joust, but don't quite know how to recover it quickly. Beautiful momentum work there, and the midfielder is in position, passes it right to Boop. Boop's looking for his took his eyes off the guy that had him. That was a weird, I wonder if he even saw him.
I think that he did.
It's like the guy was right there, and he's like, I don't need to look that way. Pre-plans is clear and gets it off right before getting smacked in the head. Nice move. All right, blue team's going to recover. He's in position for the upward pass. He sees him. He's ready to take on this poor goalie. Watches both. Oh, my God. I thought he was going to get it stolen from. The goalie, learning from his mistakes, goes for the attack, but doesn't get it. You get a 50-50 when you try to attack as a goalie.
Yeah, that's kind of strange. He was really in his face, the goalie, when he pressed out. Surprised he wasn't able to take it. I wonder if Boop... oh, we're not looking at...
The goalie was going for the disc. I mean, like, you're 9 times out of 10 when you rush someone like that, especially if they see you coming, you're not going to get the punch before the disc leaves their hands. You got to go for the disc. And he just couldn't get there fast enough.
Hey, Pooh, I made a mistake. We're actually looking at Slin's perspective.
Oh, okay, Slin. I thought I saw Boop's name a couple of times. It's like, well, that makes sense that there's 2 Boops on this team. Right. Yeah, Slin getting popped in the mouth for his troubles as he tries to work his way back downfield. I think he's going to get positioned for a rebound. They're trying to communicate, get a guy on goal. They actually pass it back.
Oh, that was
ugly shot on goal, and you hear the lamentation.
Yeah, that would have been
another
a great
backhand.
play.
Slin almost had a good opportunity. Get his hands for his steal. Also had an opportunity to double up with his player. Affantera not getting a chance for the double up. Almost getting some speed off of him, but not near enough. I think he was hitting his brakes on that one. And the disc, poor clear. Got to keep an eye on those clears, right, Jable?
Yeah, that's right. You got to look where you're throwing it. Just take that extra split second. It doesn't take too long to look, but if you just throw it, it's going to get stopped.
You gotta look ahead of time before you even grab the disc. Because when you hold the disc, when you have the disc, you are a huge target. When you don't, you're kind of a moderate target. Oh, beautiful! He actually correctly accounted for his momentum there.
Absolutely.
That's really hard to do, right, Jables?
Yeah, it is, because he was going upwards. So if you just throw it straight,
to the right.
Absolutely, that's right. If you throw it straight, that disc is going to go up and to the right, and you just saw the disc float down as he still floated up. It was a great shot.
That was an awkward momentum to correct for, and he did a great job. We'll talk to Slin a bit about his aiming here later, bud. This whole team is filled with terrors. I guess that's why Affantera named himself that way. He's like, I'm just one of the terrors, the Affantera. All right, the disc is free. They win in the joust every time. But they're not doing crazy double ups or anything.
Yeah, they are getting there faster and winning the joust, but it doesn't seem like they're able to capitalize on it every time.
No, they're not retaining control.
Oh,
and they just got a dunk right there. The guy was almost not even. I think he punched the goalie who was trying to make a rush for him. It wasn't in like a great position.
Yeah, the goalie.
Give me a rewind on that one. Let's see that one again.
Yeah, the goalie got scored on and he got stunned. That hurts.
Starting in 15.
You want to back it up? Yeah, back it up and give me a breakdown of this. What went wrong here?
All right. So it looks like the goalie charged at him, which is okay, but the disc came on the right, and you see where the goalie's position is. He's more on the shooter's left, the goalie's right, and so it just went right by him.
Yeah, it looked like he was possibly gonna try to make a break for it, and it just didn't work out. You also notice that like Boop here is stunned, and Slin is way out of position to help his goalie. So they definitely have the 2v1 advantage. Even if they wouldn't have got the disc, they'd have had the opportunity. That's also hard to do as a striker when you're rushing the goal. If a goalie comes at you, to use your other hand to punch him. Yeah. Not an easy move to pull off. So a lot of things happen there to get that score. That was a 3-pointer, right?
Yes, and it's not easy, and it's also not natural. It just doesn't feel natural to hold something and then punch with your offhand. It's just it's weird.
Nothing but 3-pointers so far, too. I can't believe we just haven't noticed that.
Yeah, and so far 100% from both teams. 4 shots, 4 goals for Jackson, 2 shots, 2 goals for Ding.
Yeah, man. Looks like the Europeans are all about that accuracy. Nice block. Oh, but he let go, and the cooldown got him. Got to manage a cooldown. Wow, he actually felt it coming that time. He wasn't going to get doubled up on and held out of position. No one's on goal. Oh, they fight it
Luke's able
out.
to stop it.
And Slyn recovers. Slyn looking for his clear, looking for his team, holding on to a teammate. Classic double up. We saw Skits' team doing this one a lot. Catching a ride, getting down there fast, and he's going to get the easy dunk. Oh, gets it stolen from him? No, it goes in. I'm not sure what happened there, but I thought it got stolen there for a minute.
Well, it looked like he used the pull-off momentum right at the last second and basically flew through the goal.
Well, I know as soon as you let go of that other player, it instantly drag your speed down to the max speed limit for holding the disc.
Watch that again.
It's 4.7 if I remember correctly. It's awkward. They said like as soon as you drop that, as soon as you let go, and immediately you get 4.7 without any warning. Oh, okay, that's what that was. It was the goal stealing it away from him. It's a very confusing view. But that's what we call the ram slam. It's when you put your whole body through the goal just to stick it in the other team's face. Even when the goalie's there, that's brutal. Generally, you do a ram slam because no one's there, but right through the goalie, brutal. Getting a little cocky out there.
Yeah, that goalie was probably shaking in his space boots. Two guys coming at him like that.
We need to get a breakdown on how you deal with someone gets a double man ram slam on you. Just start hollering obscenities at them and see if they change their mind.
Oh.
Yeah, Slyn getting held up by the midfielder again, or is Slyn holding up the midfielder, you know?
McIntyre got a good steal right at the last second, but didn't clear it fast enough, and it got taken right back from him.
Yeah, and they immediately answer with their own 2 points as well. This is a close game for the semifinals. Almost like a real close, what's the word, almost loss for them. I think with 43 seconds and the skill that we see from the blue team here, that they're definitely going to win these rounds, but especially since we all know that they're number one. But it looked like this is the closest they probably got in many rounds. We'll have to talk to him about that. It's just like fighting it out. I never really thought about that, swinging at someone's head and then grabbing so it sounds like you punched them. It's very clever.
Yeah, I forgot.
Interesting.
Should have just hit it to the ground.
All right, they're pre-planning their attack, trying to figure out where they're going to headbutt it to. Gets a piece of the headbutt. He's in position. Controlling that headbutt is very difficult, but I noticed later on that this team really gets their hands on it.
Yeah,
Woo, fighting it out.
it's difficult to know exactly where your head is facing, but it's not something that's impossible to master.
So Slyn is doing the classic 2v1 where you try to tie up two players so that your team gets an advantage. And he gets an advantage, but he misses the pass because he didn't get a chance to get his eyes on it. The disc is downfield, though. He's going to try to get his piece of it. Oh, misses it and catches a shot to the back of the head. As the disc gets cleared to a teammate, they get a shot on goal, and it is blocked. Beautiful fighting right here. High energy match as the orange team tries to recover the disc. Blue team are trying to make sure they get downfield, and the clock runs out. Man, heavy fighting over that last point.
Yeah, that was a good back and forth. Looks like the score is 11 to 8, 11 to 6.
I think it's 11 to 8 because they had 6 and then they answered with that extra 2 points. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Paul's on that scoreboard.
Yeah,
Quantum looks like he's been getting the most attacks there.
Quantum with 18 stuns. What's that? Lone Gecko with appears to be about 14 or 11. Not sure what happened.
Quantum's doing all the scoring too, so it appears that the other team that they have one guy breaking his back, carrying the whole team. I don't know Quantum boredom, but he looks like he's a hell of a baller. I didn't realize that almost all of those scores, well, not all those scores, all the scores for Blue Team was Slyn.
Yeah,
he's apparently their top striker.
Yeah, so that was a good game. 11 stuns by Boop, and but the Jacks pulled it off. 6 total shots, 5 went in. And let's see, the Ding made all 3 of their shots.
We're going to start asking guys during these tournament things to pull up their stats menu so we can see what their accuracy and shots on goal were.
All right, so
all right, let's check the next match.
All right, let's do it.
You should have just restarted when we asked you. No, it's fine.
Starting in 15, 14,
Jumping right into it, round 2.
All right, let's watch this rubber band, see if they get better on this one. They're about as good as they need to be right now, though.
That's true.
Damn! The instantaneous attack. Right now, the slowest part of it is the lead man's attack, and that's just because surely he's doing the re-grab, which slows you down a little bit. I wonder if someone's experienced to see if the re-grab makes it take more time to get downfield than just immediately launching.
Yeah, we all have to experiment with that.
Well, I'll try to explain to people it's a drag race. The top speed you get to doesn't matter as much as how quickly you get to the disc. Very much a drag race. You see that a lot with, like, for example, Tesla drag races. Tesla doesn't have a great top speed, but its acceleration is unstoppable. So in a quarter mile or even an eighth of a mile, it'll beat just about anything.
We just saw a good setup pass from the right wing to the center, and a good shot, but they had a goalie in goal.
Oh, man, I know. It was a great attack. I was too busy talking over it. Let's go back and watch it again and see if we can get a breakdown. I did notice it was really good. I was sad that it didn't pay off, but at the same time, I was like, well, I did talk over it. So that's the joust right there where they missed the attack, right?
Yep. So here we got a guy.
Sees this guy on the shield.
Yeah, a guy on the goal and a guy floating towards the goal, but Slyn sees Boop, and you know the two blue guys are looking straight at Slyn right now, so he does a good job of passing it.
Tunnel vision. Beautiful pass. Now they have to instantly turn around. Don't got time. But they're all three immediately turned. That is a fast turnaround.
Yeah, and the one that just stunned Slyn, you know, he's now moving towards the goal too. So Boop is really outnumbered. It would have been really awesome to see another dish out pass back to Slyn. They wouldn't have expected that, but I think it was still a good play.
It's almost like he sprung a mousetrap as quickly as he threw that disc in. Normally when you do a pass like that, you got like a second or two. That was amazing reflexes from the blue team. I want a gif of that now. A gif of that little attack where you're just like, nope, and the whole team is like, hell no, all three of them on the goal. All right, well, beautiful work. Boop's team carrying it back downfield, trying to double up. Goes for the pass, but his team doesn't get it. Affin trying his best to get his hands back on the disc. Gets tackled by the blue team. Keeping it back in play. I'm not entirely sure he even had it there, but he goes for the backhand. Gets attacked. Disc is free. Disc is heading back downfield into the deep corner. Slyn was right on top of it, but catches a punch in the back of the head for his trouble.
Here we go.
Goes for the double up. This is what I like to see is you go double up with your players when you get an opportunity. Expand and contract. We talked about this. He's going to grab himself some momentum and try to get down that tube. Watches his back. He is open, hearing his teammates, letting him know what to do. Goes for the double up.
Oh, he lost the disc on the
island. He got caught on an island. You got to watch your hand position when you zip past those islands. It will be ripped right out of your hands. I'm surprised he got that clear as fast as he did, considering he was about to get smacked in the mouth. He's got an opportunity, and he gets a slam. It's almost like the goalie was moving in slow motion there and just didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I saw him take the disc up by his right shoulder and then nice slam in.
Beautiful slam. But the goalie is just like, I just realized that was a good 2-minute volley.
Yeah, 5 shots on goal for Jax paid off with 1 goal.
Ooh. Like I said, you can't have 0 accuracy, so keep those shots on goal, right?
That's right.
Still, though, 2v0, 3 minutes left in the match. That was amazing up against Boop's team. These guys must be great contenders. It's crazy that they ended up in the same cup as Boop team, I guess.
Well, I think they only have 1 cup in the Euro bracket.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. That'll make it easier to find stuff, though.
Yeah, that's true. Good clear.
Clear. It's clear to a pass. That's where you do stuff like that. You got to tell people you did it on purpose. You're like, that was all planned. Meant to do that. Beautiful recovery out of the ramp. Blue team getting a shot to the head for their trouble. Looks like Slyn is waiting for his pass, watching to figure out where the midfielder is. Keeps an eye on him, sees he's at the goal. Gets the disc, takes on the goalie, watches it back, does not throw it fast enough. No, he does. I thought that guy was right there for the steal. Like the guy was inside him. You could feel this breath on the back of his neck, his robot breath.
Yeah, I would have liked to see the perspective from the guy coming up behind Slyn, just to see how close he really was.
Yeah, bring that back, because I was like, that was right there. The guy had the disc. I thought for sure with a little bit of lag compensation, there was no way he was going to retain possession of that. He's right
there.
There's no way. That is crazy.
Unless he was just at the top speed he could be at, and he just couldn't gain any more minutes.
He might have missed the shot too. That does happen. You know, where you're closing in on a guy and you're reaching out for their feet, and they just glide out of your what's it called? Out of your reach, and you keep forgetting. Oh wait, I could use boost to cover this distance. I find that a lot. That you think you can reach something, and when you can't reach it, you forget you have the ability to instantly add just a little bit more speed to reach that thing.
Yeah,
unless you're already at top speed, I guess.
Yeah, if you're at top speed, you can mash it all day long. You're not going to go any faster.
Oh, yeah. Also, if you're on cooldown, I know Lemming gets burned on that a lot. He just smashes his boost buttons so damn much that whenever he needs it, he doesn't have it.
It's really effective if you want to change directions somewhat faster.
Yep, it'll get you up to speed fast to change direction. Slin's got a breakaway, watching his back. No, that's that slow punch we were talking about them offline earlier. That's the one that I feel like Hasko has really figured out. You don't have to worry about that hitbox. I think really what's going on there is that just like the disc and everything else, the hitbox is actually trailing the characters. And I think that's why you have trouble hitting it. I also think that's why Hasko's punch through the chest and up through the head hits it, because you're able to get it. I've noticed when I'm really hauling ass down the field, it looks like they punched me in the feet. And I think that's because that's where my hitbox is as fast as I was going.
You know, I've made that comment against Lemming. I was like, hey, we punched him in the feet, but I think it's because he's moving so fast.
Yeah. So, it looks like somebody disconnected. So having to wait it out for a minute. I think Slin was talking to us, or maybe it was, yeah, Slin was talking to us about this disconnect. And hey, cut it back together so they could get it going. So I wonder if they just do a restart. They run the scoreboard up. What's going on? Do you know the rules on that one, Jables?
I mean, as far as I know, but I don't know that it's official. If the game's halfway over, you know, it is what it is. If both teams agree, I guess you could restart it.
So we need to get back to 4-0.
Man, I feel like that was a close enough game to keep going.
Mike's pretty quiet, by the way.
I feel like the easiest thing to do in that situation is just figure out where the last score was on the clock, or, you know, reviewing someone's video, pop back in the game and just, you know, run the scoreboard back up to that on that clock time.
Yeah, and
you
just
pretty much accomplish the same field.
Yeah, you can make the scores the even -1 goal, and then at the time it dropped out, just score that last goal and then start launching.
All right, well, they got a big fight over here. Heaviest fight we've seen in the joust so far. And we saw one like that earlier where there's a little bit of a brawl in the central field, but still, really good brawl. Beautiful pass. Slin is in position to catch this pass. Beautiful predictive pass, but Slin misses the bad bounce. I've noticed a lot of people calling that bad bounce now when they know that the disc is about to hit something and go away you don't want it to.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'll call it.
Oh, beautiful momentum management. He gets in position. He gets the disc.
How did he steal that?
Is that a no-look catch? I thought he was going to go for the goal, and he had it in his hands. That is amazing. I can't catch the disc when I see my hand on top of it.
Tell me about it. Good pass.
Slin has eyes in the back of his head. Pass back and forth. Beautiful move, but the pass does not connect. Jables got to give us some tips on how to make those passes connect.
Well, I mean, it's just like shooting, but you have to add in the factor that the goal is moving, a.k.a. the player that you're throwing it to.
Well, you got two moving targets, but then the goal, your receiver has to also be looking at you, has to be expecting it. It can be very difficult. And that was a very quick back pass, so he probably wasn't ready for it. He probably thought he had a little bit more time to get in position.
Yeah, when you're aiming your passes with a player that's moving to receive the passes, you just got to think just like a quarterback in football or running to a receiver.
Here comes a backboard shot. No!
Oh, what an angle.
He freaking threaded the needle. Insanity.
That's worth a replay.
I've seen people do a thread the needle move, but usually not moving like that. The needle was getting narrower and narrower as he made that shot. God dang, Slin's got a laser cannon for an arm. From the three-point line.
So what it looks like maybe they did was just finish up the last couple minutes and just maybe did they add the score back in. We'll ask them.
Yeah, well, we got him in. We got him in channel. Let's give him a talk.
Hey, guys.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. So
what happened there after the disconnect? What did y'all end up doing there?
Right, so we started the game and just started at full 5 minutes around the 2 minutes. We stopped earlier. So yeah, we just, and then at that score, the other team decided that we won the game, and we're okay with that.
Okay.
Because it was around the time the disconnect happened.
Okay, that's good. All right, well then the end results on the shots on that game were 7 shots on goal for Jax and 0 for Ding. Ding didn't get a single shot on goal.
Poor Ding, man. Well, they got one the first round at least. I mean, you know, there was in the first round, that seemed like that was the closest y'all have come before. How often do you get close matches at tournament play?
Not very often.
So I guess that was a little fun for you guys, or was it a little bit scary? You thought you might have lost your seat?
No, we actually practice against Team Ding a lot, and the matches will get closer and closer. The more they play, the better they get. It's really enjoying. We really enjoy the matches against them.
Yeah,
So they're gonna pull off a #1 as y'all have to bow out this week. You think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably right. So
Well, that'd be
guys,
good.
yeah. So they will be the ones. Hopefully they will be the ones that win this week's match. We'll see. I mean, the other teams are also getting much better now, since they are all practicing a lot lately.
Well, hopefully Boop gets his headset fixed in time and y'all can keep your position. It seems like y'all aren't too worried about it. There's just the one cup I hear. Not a lot of competition over there in the EU. Let's take a look at the what's it called? The finals here. Looks like your best teams right now are your team Flux Blue, Jax, and good old Ding. So like that's just your competition. Is this a French team? Magia?
No, it's Polish.
Polish. Baller.
Yeah.
And that's where they're going to have the big finals. So you think the Polish team would be a little bit stronger there? That way they could just walk to the finals. It's a walking country, right? I'm kidding. So in that match, when they were getting a little close, got a few goals in. I think it was just like a 2 or 3 point difference there at the end. Did any of y'all stop to a second and say, you know, we almost lost that round?
Yeah, it was a bit scary. We thought it would be easier, but since we are playing against them a lot and they have been studying our play a lot, they learned to counter it pretty well. So they intercept our passes correctly and they just stay on us most of the time. I mean, we usually manage to score once they make a mistake, but we also start doing mistakes in those cases. So it's good. It turns into close matches, and this one was scary at some point.
Well, we didn't see a lot of the same mistakes this time around. You know, y'all seem to do a really good job of avoiding tunnel vision, which really hurts a lot of the American players. They have a tendency to get emotionally flustered and stuff like that. And y'all seem very calm, cool, and collected. But there was a couple of times that when the disc ended up on your side that y'all weren't super great at defensive play. I wonder if it is that y'all just aren't used to having to defend. What happened there?
Well, actually, at the beginning, it wasn't like this. So we weren't used to having defense. Most of the block were intercepted from me at the first week. But week by week, they kept getting better, and now we really need to focus on defense more, or getting back in our field again.
You're definitely going to have to pick up defense for the finals because you're going to end up with a much stiffer competition. So you want to work on that one. Maybe Morton's defense isn't perfect. I've seen you basically just completely wreck his team. It's a video we've got queued up right now. But he does at the very least try really hard on the defense. You may want to talk to him a bit about that and about how your team can at least focus on it. Because the problem is y'all aren't going to get a lot of practice against having to defend. Y'all may actually want to set up a game in private matches where you just have them constantly coming at you and you're defensive, and all you're doing is clearing it and not trying to score, just so you can really run up on having to practice defense.
Yeah, I guess we should maybe give that a try.
It's just something to think about because, like Pooh said, you're going to have to face that, come the finals. Because I'm quite sure you guys will make it pretty far, so you are going to have to face that.
You're going to make it to the finals, I think, but once you have to play top teams from the North American teams, once the disc starts making it onto your goal, you start getting shots on your goal. I think without having to experience having to defend, that's where you're going to fall apart. So you definitely want to have drills on that.
Not that you guys didn't do good. It was great gameplay, but either one of you see things or recognize things that, you could have done better yourself?
Actually, we talked this through the video, and we did make a little bit of brands. Well, right now we're training without boobs, so we can't really train that hard. But I and Slyn get into private matches with the other teams too. So we're working on that, and we're really hopeful to get better at it.
A good idea would be to you could probably train with Martin's team, like have Martin maybe goalie for you guys, and have his other two teammates just constantly hurl discs at the goal, so y'all can kind of work on the midfield defense part of it. Or y'all might want to trade off on the goal, but I think that would probably be a good thing for you guys to focus on, just because you got till March before the big World Finals are coming up, and I would hate to see you guys make a showing there and not have a defensive game, because the problem is that you don't have to defend right now. I want Jables to kick up this video so we can break down this launch years. I have an idea of how you're doing it, and I want to get some confirmation on that one. So go ahead and start it up for me, would you, Jables?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to have to kick it up a little bit. Everybody hasn't joined quite yet. Got to go Wadsworth constant.
Okay.
Who are we waiting for? Oh, we're waiting for Jables. There you go. All right, watch this launch. Give it a pause, would you? Okay, so one of the things I see common, you switch back and forth, but for the most part, I see a staggered arm view.
Yes.
And one of my thoughts on the staggered arm view is so that you can see the hand, the grip hand of each player. And that what you're watching is you're watching for a flinch. The second you see them flinch, you know that you can go ahead and pull. That's what I think is happening. So go ahead and press play, and we'll get just so I can see what it is I'm talking about. Each guy has a clear line of sight to the hand. And they end up with just this rubber band launch. It's instant. It's a thought process I had talked about where I said, if you watch the guy's hand, by the time you pull, will have already pulled and released.
And we just got a sneak of the speed.
The
he got up to 21, the third guy that we're watching.
Yeah. So he doesn't get the top speed that the regrabbers get, but this is a drag race. They're doing it. They have already launched while still in the tube.
Let me ask
so they're going to get there first. They might beat regrabbers to the disc simply because they didn't turn around and waste time getting a regrab. Although I have heard Lemming's team can do the regrab from within the tube, which could be very dangerous for you guys.
Slyn, are you left-handed?
No, I'm not. But somehow I prefer the launching with the left hand. I don't know why. It just works better for me.
It does work, though.
All right, so give me the breakdown on it. How close am I on what it is that you're doing there?
Yeah, so I'm really just looking at Taro is in front of me at his arm, and the moment I see it move, I basically move myself. And I guess we also just made so many launches by now that the timing is pretty much the same every time. The only problem is lag. That slows us down there a bit.
So at this point, it's just basically muscle memory? They're not even watching anymore. It's like you just know what time he's going to launch.
Yeah.
Because it does feel like I could tell that you've done it a lot because it does feel like you're one person. I've told people watching this video I've watched this launch so many times. And every time I watch this launch, it looks like a rubber band. It looks like you're one person doing it. I've seen so many launches over just the few months that we've been watching these games. And I've never seen one so clean. And I just love it. I just watch it every time. It's like, that's what I keep telling people. Do this, do this.
But it's so hard to explain in that 15 seconds to people in the tunnel. Like, all right, here's what you got to do. And they're like, okay, I got it. And then they just hold on. Like, what?
Like you think you can explain it, and then the halfway through explaining it, somebody says, what? And you're like, I don't have time to repeat it. Still, though, beautiful launch, beautiful play work from you guys. This game right here is just a freaking super blowout. But I recommend anybody out there who has an opportunity. You guys actually have a channel up, if I remember correctly. What is your channel's name? You know?
Just Jax.
Well, the problem is you don't find it under just Jax, because Jax is like one of the most fabulous names ever.
Yeah.
And you have to type in like ELCU.
I was able to find Martin the Third's channel, but not your channel. I can't remember it. I found it the other day when I was browsing through stuff. There it is, uploaded by Jax. I found it.
Yeah, it's actually just in the Discord channel.
Well, I was just gonna click on the channel so people can find your crazy hash, because y'all didn't give it like a clean name. But y'all post these videos from week 1, 2, and 3, the collections, the playlist of these, and I recommend people watch this, get an idea of the European style, and also get an idea for the shark attack that is the Jax. I mean, it is dangerous to watch you guys play. And y'all are so quiet and calm about it. And I don't know that you guys realize, but your calmness is actually a huge edge over the North American teams. Most of the North American teams, they do have problems with managing how they feel about something or how stress hits them in the game. If they mess up a shot is like that, they actually have a tendency to punish themselves a bit too much in their own mind.
High.
Yeah, and you guys are just like, it's like you're, it's almost like you're on a, what's the word I look for, manufacturing line. You're like, whoop, goes here, and I do this, and then we go there, and that's it. And then if you made a mistake, you're like, all right, let's do this next time. Like, it's very calm the entire time. And I hear that a lot from players that they wish they could do that. And I'm like, dude, I don't know, take a shot of whiskey? I don't know what to do.
Did you see that backboard shot?
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the channel.
Here,
backboard shot.
Yeah,
No, back it up.
shot.
I know I watched this video the other night though, so I've seen it before, but let's watch it. Nice recovery. I usually see people miss that and they just don't get it. Double look. Bam! Off of the diamond. Backhand off the diamond even. Yeah, I watched this match. This is against Martin III, who's working the goalie here. And if I remember correctly, it goes up to like 24-0
That's painful.
the first round. Like it's pretty brutal. I feel like in tournament play, after you get past 12-0, you should just look at the other team and be like, come on, guys, can we just let the clock run out?
That's how bad Lemming beat us. I think it was 24-26 on the finals. And then 18-0 on the second game.
Yeah, and that was the finals match too, so it was crazy that it ended up that way. So that's that Flux Blue team, right?
No, that was Eclipse that did that to us.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the team that you see playing here. They're playing against Flux.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we reviewed one of the Flux Blue videos a while back.
Yeah, it was Martin.
Somebody, I don't remember what. And I don't think they won that one either. Martin's team's a good team, but I think we keep reviewing the ones where they don't win.
Well, they haven't won many team games yet. I mean, last week they won 2 up in the final. And before that, they just managed to get points by getting a free pass into the next round.
Yeah, and we're starting to see that too. You know, a group of guys that are good players, not doubting their skill, but it just doesn't come together. You know, as a team, as one unit.
Actually, I think the main problem is that they hadn't really decided on fixed teams yet, so they didn't get to play much together before. Yeah, so they decided on this team like, I don't know, 2 days before the tournament, and yeah, so the teamwork isn't really there yet. But I think they could get there if they keep practicing that, and that's what they're doing right now.
Here's a question for you guys. Do you guys, wow, what an angle. Do you guys take advantage of the auto grab? Do you hold down auto grab all the time, or do you just grab it when you need to grab it?
Most of the times I just grab it when I need to grab it.
Okay.
But in goalie, you just need to use it. It's getting so fast the game in the past weeks. You need to use auto grab in the goal.
Back the video up. I missed that shot. I was looking at something else.
All right.
I was looking at Martin III's team's rounds. They were ranked 6 the first week because they had to play against the Jacks. Then ranked 5, they played against 100. And then ranked 2, they didn't have to face the Jacks till the third round. So getting better rolls from the cups.
It's kind of hard to see in this view, but you can see the disc is way up top in this.
Oh God!
Angle.
It took the server a minute to realize it even went in there. You see the disc zip past and then jerk back right to the goal. Okay, so this is something else too that was mentioned by the Twitch chat. They were saying, "Hey, Slyn, do you know how to record in 16:9 so we can see your entire view?"
No, I have no idea. I mean, I'm pretty sure that this is the full view of.
It's actually a small slice of your left eye.
Well, yeah, but I think it covers the whole width of.
Yeah, the whole width, but not the top and the bottom. You see your top and bottom pops in and out. And what a lot of North American players have been doing, there's a setting, I honestly don't know where it is. You might have to ask in the Discord chat. But there's a setting where you can switch it where it gives you the entirety of the left eye so you can see the speed and you can see their full up and down areas. So this way people get a really good idea of what it is that you can see. It doesn't do well for YouTube, I'll give them that, but it gives players a better sense of what's happening. So a lot of people have been doing that.
Yeah, it has to do with the Oculus Mirror app under debug, but if you know Taylor, Taylor R153, something like that, in Discord, he'll be able to help you out with that.
Yeah, Taylor had sent me an invite last night. I was playing a bunch of after-hours stuff. Taylor sent me an invite, and I was ready to play. And then my wife's smallest dog was like crawling on my leg, and it was freaking out. And I don't know, sudden noises freak him out. So I think one of the fire alarms was chirping because the battery needed to be replaced. So and he was having an anxiety attack more or less. So I was like, I gotta go, guys. Felt bad.
Oh, in your lap. Yeah, that's right. You play sitting down.
Yeah. He was just crawling on me. All right. Well, that's good for this one. I'm going to talk a bit about what's going on right now. You've got the Challenger League is still going on. You can still join up. It looks like there are absolutely no rules about when you can join. Start a new one. Matches are on Sunday. Get those points up. The big world competition won't happen until March. The regionals are happening, which will earn you a spot. But I think that that won't preclude you from getting into the World Championships. I'm not sure the entire rules. I don't know. Get into the Discord and ask somebody. They'll tell you. You can go to Poonannners.com. We've got links to everything. We've got all of our media channels. I got to Jable's live stream and Jable's Twitch, as well as r/Echo Arena, the official Discord, EA After Hours, all the information that gets you into the community, lets you know what is going on. After Hours, incredibly fun. It's people who are not on the ESL. No, it's for people who are on the VR team and not on the VR Challenger Series teams. You just kind of mix it up and have fun. Instead of just trying to get points. Instead of running up the scoreboard, you're just messing around and having a good time. Play late at night, get drunk, fun time. What else you got for us, Jables? You got something else on the docket we're going to review later on? We got some like secrets. I know that there's like a video out there of Lemming getting his ass handed to him that we're ready to watch someday.
Yeah, we are ready to watch that, and we're just waiting for that to come through. And we might be back with another game. See if we can get some other guys ready to go.
Really quiet.
We'll have to knock it out. Okay, so Taylor actually showed up in the chat, and he said what it is it's in the game menu. You can make the game not full screen, then resize it to whatever aspect ratio. Or if you want to keep it full screen, just change your monitor resolution. That still sounds like a lot of steps. So definitely show up to the Discord and have them walk you through it.
Definitely.
All right. Well, we'd like to thank everybody for showing up here. We'd love to thank Jax for showing up. It's too bad Boop couldn't be here, but I know he's a bit of a quiet guy, but he's a fantastic person. I mean, everybody knows Boop from the chat. We know him from the times we ran into him in beta. So he's one of those, what do you call it, the white whales. He's one of those myths and legends that walks around. But it's nice watching that he's paired with two other insane ballers. Slen just wrecking that scoreboard.
Hey, Pooh, before we cut this off,
pain.
let's watch this last shot one more time.
All right. Let me back it up. This whole match is brutal. What the hell was that? You could just casually backhanded it into the goals. Like, maybe I'll go in. It doesn't matter at this point.
That's greatness. Hey, guys, thanks for joining us. It was fun.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Well, thank you.
And keep those videos recording, guys, and you could be on here, and we'll interview you and talk to you and showboat or showcase your games.
And also make way more mistakes so we have more breakdowns for you guys.
All right, thanks, Pooh.
All right.